What's going on there, everyone? Most people on the conservative angle are going to be talking a lot about Rashida Tlaib and her constant anti-Semitic comments and whatnot. Well, I don't feel like talking about it. We all know who she is. We know her background. We know her and the other Justice Democrat types are pretty much safe. They can say whatever they want in the media, and political pundits are just going to spin it to say, "Oh, you took it out of context." You know, the typical spiel. They make it fit for them. But whatever. What I do want to talk about is the actual crisis that's facing America still, not the constitutional crisis that the Dems want to say we're having because of uh, Bill Barr and all that. The crisis on the border, which I've made many videos about, and it doesn't look like I'm going to stop because the, it's an ever increasing problem. It's getting worse and worse and worse by the day. It's insane. But let's start with this little article from Fox. Patrick Shanahan. President Trump gave direct legal order for military to secure border. Let's skip on down here. Acting Defense Secretary Patrick Shanahan said in an exclusive Fox and Friends interview Monday that there is I hate when they put quotations around the word crisis. Well, that's irritating because it's real. There's a crisis at the southern border, and he will follow President Trump's direct legal order to provide security. Shanahan, who will be nominated by the president to be defense secretary after serving since January 1st in an interim capacity, was asked by Brian Kilmeade about critics who do not want Defense Department funds to be shifted to border security. We have a crisis at the border, a national emergency declared by the president. He responded, "The commander-in-chief has given me direct legal order to secure the border. I'm securing the border." Now, that's what I'm talking about. That sounds like someone who has America's best interest at heart. The U.S. defense official confirmed to Fox News Friday that the Pentagon would spend an additional $1.5 billion to build 80 more miles of wall along the U.S.-Mexico border. The funds were originally earmarked for support of Afghan security forces and other projects. There are a lot of what I call hypocritical liberals that hate this. And the reason I call them hypocritical is because the liberals, they've historically been the anti-war party. At least that's what they were supposed to be. We saw with Obama and the Clintons and whatnot that that's not really the case. They just like to promote anti-war. I am fully anti-war. I don't like it. It doesn't really do anything good nowadays except put us in debt and indebted us to these countries because for some reason that we have this thing where we destroy an area and then we spend our money to rebuild it, which is insane to me. I don't get it. We didn't really do that back in the day. Why should we do it now? It's a big waste of money. But yeah. So now they're fully again. They're like, well, oh, poor Afghan security forces. It's been how long? If they ain't got their crap together, they're not going to get it together anytime soon. It's not going to be any better for us to stay there permanently or not. They're just not going to get it together if they haven't got it together now. It's been, what, 20 years almost. Come on. Back to the story. Today I authorized the transfer of $1.5 billion toward the construction of more than 80 miles of border barrier, Shanahan announced. The funds were drawn from a variety of sources, including cost savings, programmatic changes, and revised requirements, and therefore will have a minimal effect on force readiness, which should put those people on the left that are saying, "Oh my God, this is a travesty. What are the Afghans going to do?" They'll be fine. We're not completely just abandoning them. Do know that because we have people over there, and we're not going to abandon our people, especially not under this president. I could understand under the last administration, yeah, they don't mind abandoning American citizens to die. But this one does, he cares about us. Shanahan visited a border city in Texas on Saturday, where he noted that he intended it to accelerate planning to secure the border and bolster the administration's ability to accomplish that without the Pentagon's continuous help. He offered assurances that the Pentagon would not withdraw its military support prematurely. We're going to be here until the borders are secure. We've got to have the backs of the men and women who are being overrun, Kilmeade said. Which is true. I mean, come on. The Border Patrol, they have been asking for over a year now for help. Say, hey, this is what we've got and it's not working. There's just too many people flooding our system, which is true. I feel bad for these people. They're trying to do a job that's just it's like I was trying to find a good little thing for it, but I'm just drawing a blank right now. But it's like trying to kill every ant in the world, you know. I know that's a crazy way to put it, but it's impossible. It's one of those things you can't do. Or not killing, let's say counting. Because, you know, someone will definitely take that and misconstrue it. But who cares? I don't. But, okay, let's back to here. Shanahan told Congress this past week that there have been 4,364 military troops on the border, including active duty and National Guard, building barriers, providing logistics and transportation services, and other activities in support of customs and border protection. The troops have been prohibited from performing law enforcement duties. Troops have been deployed on the border since last October and are set to remain there through September. They're going to be there probably longer than that because our government can't work together to solve this problem, apparently. Shanahan served previously as senior executive at Boeing Industries, Incorporated, and was tapped by Trump in December after General James Mattis resigned from the post. What I like about working with the president is he's a CEO, Shanahan told Kilmeade. I've worked for CEOs. He's focused on outcomes and results. We will always agree on everything? No. Are we focused? Do we have the same interest and the same focus? Yes. My job is to get the results we need to make this country successful, to defend this country. Oh, that was a shitty sentence, but alright. That's the type of guy I'm talking about. He knows what we got to do, but the problem still being is the rest of the government. You got the House, the Senate, Congress. They're stalemated. They're locked in on just hating each other because of political nonsense. It's all partisan BS up there right now. But let's go and look at some charts and some numbers to show you. All right, these are different fiscal years. You can see fiscal year 2019 is here in red. Look at this. Look at this jump. This is insanity right here. That's crazy. That's the end of April. That's the end of April. It's very and this is, like I said, the end of April. Today a new study came out, and this number right here, 460,000, is actually at 500. It's been over 40,000 people in, 13 days since this was published. Now we're over 500,000. This is pretty crazy. This is pretty wild. No matter how you look at it, the numbers are there. This should be unnerving to everybody. To everybody. Yeah, look at the total enforcements. Total enforcement actions from the Border Patrol. 628,194 up to today. This is what we're dealing with. This is what we're dealing with. I mean, we know how to solve the problem, but they just won't do it. They just won't do it. They refuse to do anything that will help us. And I'm talking about the left, because this is mainly a leftist issue of not wanting to, because they say it's a moral issue. This isn't morals. We're being overrun by people that are trying to come here illegally. It has nothing to do with our morals and values. It has everything to do with our laws, you know, respecting our laws. If you want to come here, that's fine. No problem. Almost everyone I know that's on the right is for immigration as long as it's legal. That's our big gripe. Legality of the situation. Come here legally. That's it. Just like I said, look at these numbers. Look at these numbers. These numbers are huge. Office of Field Operations currency seizures. This is how much like American money they're getting from these illegals. Year to date, $46 million. $46.5 million. Where are they getting all this money from? American currency. I wonder. But as you can see, oh, this is a good stat right here. The drug seizures. The drug seizures are looking pretty bad. This is for, I mean, like I said, just look at the numbers. Look at, we're halfway through the fiscal year of 2019, and look at the numbers. This is for the whole year of 2018, half the year. It's looking crazy. That's enough fentanyl right there to kill everybody in the country probably 10 times over. But there's no problem. We have no problem. This is insane. But like I said, I'm going to put a link up in the description for y'all can come to this and check out all these stats for yourself. You'll see for yourself why this is an actual crisis. I'm not going to keep trying to explain it to people. I want y'all to see it for yourself. See it with your own eyes. Look at actual statistics from the people that are working. And then tell me it's not a problem. I would love to hear your comments on this. But this is what we need to focus on. This is one of the hills to die on, so to say, is securing our border. A country with no border is not a country at all. We must maintain and protect our border. Whether it's the southern border or the northern border or oceanic borders. We have to protect it all. We have so much coming in here. I mean, every single one of these people that are coming here illegally have to be fed, housed, and all this stuff. We did win a big thing in the Ninth Court, and I think it was the Supreme Court actually, that we can keep the illegals on the Mexican side of the border until their hearing date, which is a huge win, huge victory, but it's not enough. The people are still coming in droves. We got to address this situation in a lot better way than the government's doing now, because they're not doing anything. It's pretty much stalemated, and that's not going to benefit anybody. It's not going to benefit the illegal immigrants. It's not going to benefit us, the citizens of this country. We got to figure it out. The government's got to figure it out, because they don't listen to the people. You know, everyone knows that. We're just peons. Once these people get elected, very few of them actually care about the people who got them elected. But I would love to hear your comments. Like I said, feel free. And like, share, and subscribe. And as always, I will catch you on the flip side.